Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're setting out on quite a vibrant journey, actually, right into the digital heart of one of Asia's most dynamic cities.
That's right.
We're taking an in-depth look at Bangkok's Instagram personas. We're drawing from this really fascinating report, looking at the latest trends, engagement patterns, basically what's shaping the city's online culture.
Yeah, it's pretty revealing stuff.
Our mission really is to pull out the most important nuggets. How are people in Bangkok truly using Instagram right now in 2025? Think of this as your shortcut, maybe, to understanding that unique online culture. We'll uncover some surprising facts and really get into the diverse reasons why people post what they do.
And what's really valuable here, I think, is how clearly these distinct personas just emerge from the data. It's not just about what people are sharing, but why they're sharing it and what that tells us about Bangkok's, social fabric, its economic rhythm. We'll unpack their behaviors, their content preferences, how they engage. So whether you're maybe planning a trip or thinking about a business opportunity there, or honestly just curious about global digital trends, you should walk away with a richer understanding. Let's dive in.
Okay, let's kick things off, and probably with the persona that immediately springs to mind when you even hear Instagram, the trendy lifestyle influencer.
They're classic, yeah.
Right. So picture maybe a Gen Z or millennial woman, typically between 18 and 30, could be a student, maybe a blogger starting out, a young professional. This group is just incredibly active. I mean, practically living on Instagram, posting daily, showing off the latest fashion, amazing food finds, all their, exciting city adventures.
And what's striking is their sheer impact. I mean, really, consider this. Bangkok's Instagram user base, it's over 60% female.
Wow. Okay.
So this persona isn't just, participating. They're genuinely setting the pace. They act as these really powerful micro-influencers.
Those smaller, really engaged audiences.
Exactly. Super loyal, super engaged, which makes them, prime targets for lifestyle brands, beauty companies, food and beverage places looking for those authentic marketing collaborations.
It's incredible how much power they seem to wield. Are we talking a direct link? If an influencer posts about a cafe, does it just, boom, fill up? How fast does that influence kick in?
Oh, absolutely. The data shows a really direct link, actually. When one of these trendy lifestyle influencers shares, say, a perfectly edited photo from a hip Bangkok cafe or a stylish rooftop bar, maybe an R2 pop-up, and they use those hashtags, right? Like hashtag Bangkok Cafe, hashtag OTD outfit of the day, hashtag Bangkok Life. Their followers respond almost instantly.
Instantly.
Yeah. New niche brands can get traction like that, but even established businesses, you see them adapting their marketing to kind of mimic that aspirational look these influencers create. The influence often ripples out within hours, sometimes even minutes, if it's a really popular post.
So it's not just pretty pictures, then. It's a significant economic driver. What about the features they use? Are they big on stories, reels, that kind of thing?
Definitely. They absolutely love stories.
Yeah.
Those quick disappearing clips, great for real-time updates.
Yeah.
And reels. Those short, snappy video montages, usually with trending music, they're all over those.
So what would we see? One day food, next day fashion?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
One day it's a story showing off a new dessert place they just found. The next, maybe a reel of their latest shopping haul or them trying out some trending dance challenge.
Yeah.
What's interesting is they value both that perfect aesthetic and a surprising amount of authenticity. It's that mix.
Right, the blend.
Yeah, like a super glamorous rooftop selfie 1 minute, and then maybe a candid story rant about Bangkok traffic the next.
Okay. Relatable.
Exactly. That's what makes them so compelling, that relatable aspiration.
Yeah.
It's not just fleeting. It's genuinely shaping how people spend money across the city, probably way more than traditional ads do now.
Okay, fascinating. Now let's pivot a bit. Let's talk about a persona that's, it's global, but it has this really unique Bangkok twist, the digital nomad or remote worker.
Yes, a very visible group in Bangkok.
Definitely. So typically looking at people in their 20s or 30s, often freelancers, maybe startup founders, or folks with remote corporate jobs. Could be expats, could be globally minded Thais. And they've chosen Bangkok or sometimes Chiang Mai, maybe Phuket as their kind of temporary home base. And for them, Instagram is, it's more than just a photo album, isn't it? It's like a travel diary, a branding tool, and a networking platform all rolled into one.
What's really fascinating here, I think, is how Instagram moves beyond just, showcasing a personal brand for these folks. It becomes this powerful engine for actual community building.
Okay.
They're not just posting pictures. They're actively seeking out and fostering connection. In a new city, That's huge.
That's a key difference, yeah. So less about just scrolling and consuming and more active, almost like a survival tool when you're somewhere new.
Exactly. You hit it, you'll see their feeds, sure, with those nice snapshots. Laptop and latte and a cool co-working space, maybe working by a pool, exploring Thai culture on the weekend. But underneath that, they're engaging really deeply. They follow accounts like at Digital Nomad Asia. They use hashtags like hashtag Digital Nomad, hashtag Remote Work, hashtag Co-working Space, hashtag Thailand.
Signaling they're part of that tribe.
Precisely. And they're in the comments asking about productivity hacks, sharing visa tips. They're sending DMs to other nomads trying to get recommendations for work-friendly cafes or asking about meetups. We've even seen examples where they've used Instagram to find collaborators for projects or even find shared housing. It's very practical.
So it becomes almost like a digital lifeline for practical stuff, for social connection. Makes sense when you're away from your usual network and need answers fast.
Exactly right. They use Instagram stories, too, to show off that, enviable work-life balance.
Right, the beach office photo.
Yeah, moving from the high-rise view one day to a beach cafe the next. But it's also where they share those practical real-time things. Anyone know a good laundromat near Ekamai or found an amazing quiet cafe? DM me if you want the location. This persona really leverages Instagram not just to show their life, but actively find and build community and practical support while they're abroad. It really highlights how the platform's evolved beyond just leisure. It's become this essential tool for, well, social and practical integration for this whole globally mobile group. It's a testament to how adaptable social media is.
Okay, shifting gears again slightly, let's explore Bangkok's ambitious and really fast-growing business class on Instagram, the young professional and entrepreneur.
Right, different kind of strategic user.
Yeah. This group, typically maybe mid-20s to 40s, could be Thai corporate employees, maybe dynamic startup founders or owners of SMEs, small and medium-sized enterprises. Now, unlike the pure lifestyle influencers, this group uses Instagram with a very clear, very strategic purpose. It's about personal branding and professional networking.
And this brings up a really vital point, I think, about how social media's role in professional life is just changing. For this group, Instagram is way more than just casual scrolling. It's almost like a mini LinkedIn, but visual.
Mini LinkedIn for visuals, I like that.
Yeah, they're curating their online presence very carefully to project competence, ambition, and also, importantly, a well-rounded lifestyle.
So it's not just blasting business updates. It's about building this whole personal brand that shows their values and their professionalism.
Exactly. Their posts cleverly mix professional wins with little glimpses of personal life. So one day you might see a team photo from a networking event, maybe using hashtag Startup Thailand or hashtag Bangkok Startup, showing they're plugged into the scene. But the next day, it could be a picture from a family brunch, or maybe hitting a fitness goal. It subtly shows that work-life balance, that dedication beyond just the office. They follow business influencers, motivational accounts, industry news, carefully putting together a feed that gives them work inspiration and keeps them updated on local stuff. That balance is really key for their credibility and relatability.
I can see how that sets them apart. It's less about maybe getting discovered for a product and more about building trust and showing their whole person. Are they using it for direct business too, like marketing?
Oh, absolutely. Many in this group run dedicated Instagram business profiles. They're tapping into that huge Instagram network, what is it, over 200 million business accounts globally, to market their own ventures, boost their visibility.
Right.
But it's not all super serious. You'll also see them having some fun with it.
Yeah.
Maybe using a trending reel with a motivational voiceover or sharing stylish office outfits. They get the platform's social side.
So they understand the medium.
Definitely. Authenticity and credibility are just paramount for this group. They really appreciate educational content, especially if it has data like infographics on market trends, and they love authentic success stories from Bangkok's own business scene. They're looking for value, for real connections, for practical knowledge. It makes Instagram a pretty powerful tool for their career growth, for their business growth. It's a great example of how those lines between personal and professional online are just blurring.
Okay, let's turn our attention now to a persona focused more on holistic well-being, the wellness and balance seeker.
Ah, yes. A growing segment everywhere, including Bangkok.
Seems like it. This group, you find them across different ages in Bangkok, generally maybe 20s to 40s. What really defines them is this like deliberate commitment to well-being. And their social media really reflects that beautifully. It could be a dedicated yoga instructor, maybe a startup employee who's really passionate about mental health advocacy, or just, serious fitness enthusiast.
What really stands out with this persona, I find, is their ability to genuinely foster community around these shared values. Health, mindfulness.
Yeah.
Which is especially impactful, in a high-energy, sometimes pretty high-stress city like Bangkok. They're building little tribes online.
That's a crucial point. It's not just about their own health journey, but it's like a collective thing happening online. How does that actually show up in their Instagram use, beyond just, say, gym selfies?
Well, their Instagram content is this really vibrant mix of healthy living in Bangkok. So yeah, gym check-ins, but also those serene photos running in Lumpini Park at dawn.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, or aesthetically pleasing smoothie bowls from some new organic cafe.
Yeah.
Or maybe photos from a weekend wellness retreat they went on. They use hashtags like hashtag fitness, hashtag yoga, hashtag mental health, hashtag work-life balance, pretty liberally. Often with these really inspirational captions about self-care or perseverance. But the real magic, I think, is in the engagement. They follow accounts like at Bangkok Health. They connect with local vegan chefs. They interact a lot through stories. You might see them posting their daily step count or a little snapshot of their meditation timer and explicitly encouraging others, like join the challenge or share your progress too.
So they're actively creating this uplifting space online, not just documenting their own thing. That's quite a powerful form of like collective motivation.
Precisely. They'll readily watch an Instagram live about mindfulness, or they'll jump into a 30-day wellness challenge someone else promotes. Authenticity is just critical for them. They tend to avoid overly commercial or, fake-looking posts. They prefer genuine, positive stuff.
Makes sense.
And they often share personal recommendations. Try this amazing yoga studio, or here's a great tip for, right in the comments. They're consciously building these really supportive, uplifting online communities. Their influence is definitely growing, I'd say. They consistently remind their peers in the city, hey, prioritize self-care, find some balance. It turns Instagram into this force for communal well-being, almost a digital sanctuary from the city rush. It's about getting better together.
Okay, finally, let's dive into Bangkok's incredibly vibrant creative scene, the creative designer or artist persona.
Yes, Bangkok is such a creative hub.
It really is. And so many designers, photographers, artists, typically, again, maybe 20s or 30s, are using Instagram as, well, both their professional portfolio and a sort of playground for expression. Could be a graphic designer showing off new branding, a UX UI specialist sharing interface ideas, a photographer capturing the city, maybe even an art student.
And this brings up an important point about how platforms like Instagram are just fundamentally reshaping the traditional art and design worlds. For many creatives now, Instagram isn't just like an add-on. It is their main gallery. It's their client finder. It's their networking space.
That's a huge shift. So it implies Instagram is really central to how they work, not just a place to share stuff casually.
Yeah.
How does that actually look in practice? What are they doing on there?
Exactly. Their feeds are usually meticulously curated. Almost like walking through a digital exhibition, you'll see this sophisticated mix, their own finished work, maybe compelling videos showing their process, how they made something.
Oh, cool. Behind the scenes.
Yeah. And also snaps of design inspiration they find just walking around the city.
Yeah.
Cool street art in Ari or some edgy architecture over in Thonglor. They use hashtags like hashtag design, hashtag Bangkok art, hashtag graphic design, hashtag interior design, hashtag illustration. And often they'll feature work related to big events like Bangkok Design Week, using the hashtag Bangkok Design Week tag. But it's the community interaction that really defines them, I think.
So not just broadcasting their work, but actively talking with other artists and designers, getting feedback, collaborating.
Absolutely. This persona is deeply embedded in the creative community online. They jump into popular challenges like Inktober. They collaborate openly, tagging other creatives. They respond to comments with really thoughtful, constructive feedback. They use Instagram's Save Collections feature, where you can bookmark posts privately.
Yeah, I use that.
Right. They use it to organize design ideas or save tutorials they want to check out later. And they might use guides or longer captions to really talk about their creative process. It's like part public gallery, part private research journal. And many find clients directly through Instagram DMs. Or you'll see junior designers reaching out to senior artists they admire, looking for advice or connections.
So networking happens right there.
Definitely. They crave inspiration. They crave recognition. And often, honestly, a simple like or a thoughtful comment from someone they respect in the field means a lot. It's this really dynamic interaction that keeps Bangkok's creative scene on Instagram so vibrant and innovative. They're constantly pushing visual boundaries and building this truly connected community that's actively reshaping the city's artistic landscape.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, I think. We've outlined these five, pretty distinct archetypes, but it's crucial to remember these aren't rigid boxes, right?
Yeah.
These personas can and often do overlap within one person.
Oh, absolutely. That's key.
Like you might see someone who's clearly a young professional, but also very much a wellness seeker, blending both on their profile.
Exactly. If we connect this back to the bigger picture, segmenting them helps us see the different motivations driving Instagram use in Bangkok. But yeah, the reality on the ground is way more fluid. Someone might post about their startup win one day, then their morning yoga routine the next, and later share some cool design thing they saw in an alley.
So it's not about being just one thing. It's more about how different parts of our lives find a way to be expressed and connected on Instagram. Like a digital tapestry, maybe, woven from different threads.
Precisely. A digital tapestry, I like that. From chasing, fame or influence to pursuing real connections and knowledge or sharing creativity or just trying to improve quality of life. Each persona kind of represents a primary driver, but individuals often blend these motivations. An entrepreneur might follow wellness accounts for balance. A digital nomad might get really into artistic photography on the side.
Right.
It really just highlights the complexity, the richness of Bangkok's digital identities. It underscores that Instagram is so much more than just a photo-sharing app in this incredibly multifaceted city. It's this dynamic platform reflecting the tapestry of urban life and dreams. And it encourages us, I think, to look beyond simple labels.
What an incredible dive that was into the really dynamic world of Instagram in Bangkok, from those trend-setting influencers shaping what people buy to the mindful balance seekers finding a bit of peace amidst the hustle, and from the ambitious professionals building their careers to the innovative artists showing us their world. We've really seen how this platform acts as both a mirror and sometimes, a powerful driver of city life and aspirations.
And this exploration really leaves us with a compelling question, I think, for you, the listener, to consider. How might these evolving digital identities not just reflect Bangkok's future, but actually shape its culture, its economy, maybe even its social infrastructure, and perhaps the cities closer to you, too? What really stands out to you about these connections between our digital selves and their real-world impact? Something to chew on.
Definitely food for thought. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We hope this journey has given you a fresh perspective on the digital pulse of one of the world's most exciting cities. And maybe, just maybe, a new lens to look at your own online interactions through. Until next time, keep digging into what makes the world tick.